We are now in Module 7 and we are going to talk about the systems of linear equations in two variables. For our objectives, first, at the end of the lesson, the students are able to illustrate systems of linear equations in two variables. And next, determine if the graph of the systems of linear equations are parallel, perpendicular, intersecting, or coinciding. Now we are going to graph the systems of equations. First example, we have to graph the equations y is equal to 2x minus 3 and y is equal to 2x plus 1. For these equations, we are going to use the slope and intercept in graphing. So first, we have to make sure that the equations are in slope-intercept form. Then we have to identify the slope and the y-intercept of the equation. So first, we have to identify the slope and the y-intercept of the first equation. So our first slope is 2 and our first y-intercept is negative 3. For our second slope is 2 as well, and our y-intercept is positive 1. So with this given, notice that the two slopes are equal. So we have first slope is equal to the second slope, and y-intercept, first y-intercept and second y-intercept is not equal. So b sub 1 is not equal to b sub 2 or the y-intercepts. Alright, we are now ready for graphing. So first, we have to graph this one, the given for the first equation. So we have y-intercept of negative 3. So it is negative or 0, negative 3, right? So 0, negative 3, 1, 2, 3. It's located in here. And then for our slope, remember the rise over run. So since it is positive, so we have to move upward, 2 steps upward and 1 step rightward to the right. Okay, so 1, 2, and then 1. So this is the graph of our first given. And the next we have y-intercept of 1. So we have 0, positive 1. So we have 0, positive 1. It is located in here. And then how about the slope? Again, it is positive 2. So we have to move 2 steps upward. 1, 2, and then 1 step to the right, 1. Because it is 2 over 1, remember. So there. So see, notice that our graph is parallel. So parallel. And take note, kaya ko po siya ginawang na merong note dito na m sub 1 is equal to m sub 2, or the first slope is equal to second slope and the first y-intercept is not equal to y-intercept. Pag ganito pala yung given, magiging parallel automatically yung graph. Kahit hindi kayo paggawa ng graph, kapag sinabi lang sa direction na identify kung parallel ba, intersecting, or whatsoever, pag ganito agad yung nakuha yung given, so magiging parallel automatically yung graph. Okay? Dako tayo sa mga susunod na example. So for our second example, we have the equations y is equal to 3x plus 2 and y is equal to negative 1/3 x plus 4. So syempre, ito ay nasa slope-intercept form na naman. Identify natin yung slope and y-intercept. So for our first slope, we have positive 3. And then our second slope is negative 1/3. For our first y-intercept is positive 2. And for our second y-intercept is positive 4. So ngayon, anong napansin natin? Ang y-intercepts natin, ang ating b sub 1 is not equal to b sub 2. or yung y-intercepts natin ay hindi sila equal. Pero kung mapapansin nyo po, yung slope natin ay kabaliktaran lang. Yung 3 ay naging 1/3 pero negative. So, it is negative reciprocal yung slope. So, kapag pinag-multiply po natin yung dalawang slope, m sub 1 times m sub 2, magiging equal siya sa negative 1. So, kapag ganito pala yung naging solution or yung naging result ng given natin, like for example, 3 times negative 1/3, 3 times negative 1 is negative 3, divide mo sa 3 is negative 1. So, pag pinag-multiply mo pala yung dalawang slope at naging negative 1, tapos yung y-intercept natin ay magkaiba, so tingnan natin kung ano yung magiging resulta ng graph. Alright, so given the slope and the y-intercept, makakapag-graph na ulit tayo. So, first equation natin is 2. Yung y-intercept, so it is 0, 2. 0, 2. 1, 2, positive 2. And then, perform the rise over run dun sa ating slope. 3 or positive 3, dapat 3 steps upward. 1, 2, 3. And over 1 step to the right. 1. So, ito po yung graph natin sa unang equation. Ayan. Next, we have 4 or 0, positive 4. So, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, we have negative 1/3. Of course, kapag negative 1, so 1 step ka pa baba, 1. And then, positive 3 ay 3 steps pa kanan. 1, 2, 3. So, ganyan po siya. Paano naman, sir, kapag kunyari, ang ginawa mo namang negative ay yung 3 tapos positive 1? Actually, ganun din yung mangyayari. So, mula dun sa 4, mag-positive 1 ka na isa, 1. Tapos, 3 steps pa kaliwa kapag negative 3. 1, 2, 3. So, parang dito lang din siya napunta. So, imbis na dito yung magiging graph mo, magiging dito na po siya kapag ang ginamit mong negative ay 3. So, kahit anong gawin nyo, magiging isa pa rin yung graph nila, magiging isa pa rin yung itsura nila. So, notice that this graph is perpendicular or it creates a right angle, di ba? So, perpendicular siya. So, kapag perpendicular pala yung graph, ibig sabihin, yung given mo na slope tsaka yung y-intercepts, ganito yung mangyayari. Kapag yung m sub 1 mo or yung first slope, kapag minultiply mo sa second slope, equal siya sa negative 1. Tapos yung y-intercept mo, hindi equal. Gaya ng nasa given. Or para medyo hindi kayo malito sa negative reciprocal, ayan. So, pag positive yan, tapos naging reciprocal siya, pag binaliktad mo, magiging 1/3, tapos naging negative. So, ganun po yung mangyayari dyan. So, kung negative naman ito, tapos magiging positive 1/3 siya. So, ganun po yung mangyayari. So, if this is the case, magiging perpendicular po ang ating graph. Katulad ng nandito sa illustration. Alright, for our third example, our equations are y is equal to negative x plus 3 and y is equal to 2x minus 3. So, again, nasa slope-intercept form sila. Identify natin yung slope. M is, itong katabi ng x, negative 1. Next, ang ating second slope ay itong 2, positive 2. First, y-intercept, positive 3. Next, second y-intercept ay negative 3. So, ano napapansin nyo? Hindi sila equal. Okay? Hindi equal to. Hindi equal ang negative 1 pati 2. Hindi rin equal ang 3 pati negative 3. So, tingnan natin kung anong magiging itsura ng graph kapag magkakaiba ang given. Kapag magkaiba ang slope, magkaiba ang y-intercept, anong itsura ng graph? Tingnan natin. Alright. So, meron tayong first y-intercept na positive 3. So, ito, ang point nito ay 0, positive 3. So, 0, 1, 2, 3. Ayan. And then perform again the rise over run sa slope natin, negative 1. So, we have negative 1 pababa, 1 step pababa, 1. Tapos, since may over 1 siya, okay, may over 1, 1 step pa kanan. Okay, so nandito siya. So, ganito po yung graph ng ating first equation. Okay? So, second equation natin na given, ang y-intercept ay negative 3. So, ang point niya ay 0, negative 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then, positive 2. Okay, rise over run natin. Dalawang step pataas. 1, 2. And then, 1 step pa kanan. For positive 1. Ayan. So, nag-perform tayo ng rise over run. Dito yung point niya. Ang graph niya ay ito. So, anong nakita niyo sa graph? Ito ay intersecting lines, diba? So, yun pala. Kapag magkaiba yung slope, magkaiba yung y-intercept, ang graph na magiging result niya ay intersecting. So, hindi naman siya nag-form ng perpendicular line. Diba? So, ito ay intersecting kasi given ay hindi equal yung slope, hindi equal yung y-intercept ng dalawang equations. So, there you go. Okay, next. Example number 4. Wala ito sa module, pero ang sinasabi kasi sa module, if each line in the system has the same slope and y-intercept, the lines are coincident or coinciding. Diba? So, magbigay ako ng example na parehas yung slope, parehas din yung y-intercept. Siyempre, pag ganun, parehas yung equation. So, ang slope nito ay 2x, ay 2, positive 2, at ang second slope natin ay 2 as well. And then, y-intercept natin ay parehas 4. So, pag ganyan daw yung mangyayari, coinciding daw yung graph. Ano bang itsura ng coinciding? Tingnan natin. Okay, given the y-intercept natin na 4, so we have 0, 4. So, parehas. So, 0, 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here. And then, 2 na slope. So, imagine natin na mag-move tayo ng dalawang points dito. So, 0, 2 steps pataas. 1, 2, and then 1 step pa kanan. Ito. So, syempre, since ganun lang din yung gagawin mo dito kasi parehas sila, edi imbis na magguri-guri ka dyan ng line, gawin mo na lang ganyan. Dalawang arrow. So, ibig sabihin, magkapatong yung graph. Magkapatong yung graph sa iisang Cartesian plane. So, kaya dalawa yan. Ibig sabihin, the indication lang yan na dalawa yung magkapatong na lines dyan. Kesa magpatong ka ng literal na kulay or na mas darker na black, ganito na lang yung gawin natin. So, ito po yung coinciding. Okay? Coinciding po siya kapag parehas yung slope, parehas din yung y-intercept. Okay? Now, you can graph the learning task 1 and pwede nyo nang ma-identify yung type ng graph sa learning task 2.